1,000 or more years before this time. And a woman had to wait then before going to the temple to offer, then she had to offer a sacrifice for the purification. And then on top of that, there was another law. These are laws that Joseph and Mary are following right after Jesus' birth. That Joseph and Mary had to take Jesus to Jerusalem, which was a 5-mile trek from Bethlehem, to present him to the Lord, because as it is written in the law of the Lord, every firstborn male is to be consecrated to the Lord and to offer a sacrifice in keeping with what is said in the law of the Lord. They had to bring a sacrifice of a pair of doves or 2 young pigeons. And then the scripture says, well, in the days to come, when your son asks you, what does this mean? Say to him, with a mighty hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. And Pharaoh had stubbornly refused to let us go, and the firstborn were killed at that time. And so this is why we sacrifice to the Lord the first male offspring of every womb and redeem each of my firstborn sons. And it will be like a sign on your hand and a symbol on your forehead that the Lord brought us out of Egypt with his mighty hand. And so by all these acts of following this ancient law, Mary and Joseph recognized that their child was not their child. Rather, he was God's child. And that the purposes of his life should be and would be determined by God. And that as parents entrusted with God's child, they should seek the wisdom and the guidance and counsel of God each day so they might raise him as God asks. Joseph and Mary followed the letter of the law that was established by God centuries before they brought Jesus to the temple to be consecrated according to that law. And you know, what impresses me about this passage is that Jesus is born into a human family, yes, but also a very religious Jewish family. Joseph and Mary are observing rituals and customs of their faith established centuries before they themselves observed them. There was no questioning about it.